Welcome back to our Let's Play series of Motorsport Manager. Now, just to summarize real quick, in our previous video, we had the best finish that we possibly could have with sweeping the first and second positions on the podium, with Sergio taking the win and Rodriguez coming in second. So we can also take a quick look here and see that in the driver standings, we are currently first and third, while in the team standings, we are in first with a commanding lead, and we hope to continue to build on that. We've got our new brakes that will be done in just 11 days, and in 10 days, our reliability improvements will be finished. First things first, let's go ahead and run through some emails. Looks like we got our car condition update. We've got some temporary bonuses here in morale for being the race winner and also for being on the podium. Okay, so we need to go ahead and fast forward a little bit here just so we can get past the cars being repaired. Okay, so if we look at improving our parts, right now we have our newest engine, which was finished up in the last video. 249 is the maximum. We're at 221 now, so we're over here. But reliability is by far and away the biggest concern we have. So that's what we're looking at. Our other engine is at 100%. This one is only at 46. So right now, all of our efforts are on reliability. And then we'll swap things up as we get our newest part done here very shortly. Okay, looks like we've got a new sponsor offer. Let's take a look at what that is. 300,000 for 10 races, a little bit up front. Let's hold off on that for just a little bit. And let's go ahead and fast forward. Looks like we got the upper couple of tiers that are going to be racing. Let's see, we've got a vote. Okay, so now we've got an email that says, I wonder if you're interested in voting in favor of the new tires in the next vote. So he wants to make it worth my while and pay me $250,000 in order to get my vote. Well, it's interesting that they've put this in the game, but I'm not going to go that direction, so we're going to decline that. Also, it looks like we've got a couple more sponsor offers, so let's see what we have here. Okay, so it looks like, okay, we've already seen this one, so we're at about 3.7 million total compensation there, and then 1.6 million over 8 races, so that's not as good, and then 10 races, so this would be our best bet here. Unless I needed the upfront money, no reason to go with these other offers. I'll go ahead and take the highest amount per race. Okay, so far so good. Let's take a quick glance as we've got 4 more days to work on that. So, okay, reliability is at 81%, so that's looking very good. Let's go ahead and move that forward. And let the top 2 series go ahead and run their events. And we'll fast forward through that and continue on until we have our vote. So now in this particular vote, I'm not going to actually cast a vote because it doesn't really matter to me. I'm not sure if you can carry over the voting power that you have into the upper series. I doubt it, but either way here, I don't really care about this. So looks like the new tires are rejected. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue to move along. There we go. So now we got our reliability is work is done, and then we've got our new brakes that are finished. With that in mind, let's go ahead and get those fitted. We've got 13 days before the next race to get everything all set as far as reliability goes. But for now, I think we're going to be okay there, but we'll find out very shortly. The good news is both of our engines are now at 100%, which is what we were working on over here. So now, what do we need to do? Well, we need to bring this part over, and we're going to continue everything over into reliability. So let's go ahead and fast forward more. Looks like nothing's happening here. Okay, reliability work is actually going to be done before our next race. That's what I like to hear. Wow, at 91%. That is huge. Okay, with that in mind, let's go ahead and for the last few days here, we've got 5 more days before the race. Let's go ahead and see if we can max out these or at least come fairly close. Okay, looks like performance work. Oh, and we've got an issue. Let's see what our email is. Engine cooling issue. Okay, so there's a part reliability will be out of the window if we can't fix it. Wow. Okay, so we're pretty much in a no-win situation here. We're going to have to fix this. Okay, so it's going to cost us $500,000, but, you know, what choice do we really have? We got to take care of that. And let's go ahead and move forward a little bit. Now, if we come in and look at our parts, we're basically done here. This is about as much as you can get it. So we're done there. And the next question would be, do we want to make any new parts? Now, I know I could have started this a little while ago, but at this point, I'm not sure how much extra room we're going to have. Now, if we're looking to make brakes, then, you know, really 10 to 20 extra isn't going to make that much difference, and it won't, I don't think it'll be worth the money. So we're going to need to get above 250 there. Same thing on the engine. And if we take a look at our gearbox, okay, it might not be a bad idea to get a better gearbox here up closer to this 250 number, because 50 would be quite a jump there. Okay, let's see if we can do that. Let's go ahead and look at, remember our number is around 250. Of course, if we could get higher, that's even better. All right, so we've got a wrist level here. We could also reduce that here as well. Wow, plus, okay, so we've got some nice looking numbers. This is completely useless. And we've got wrist level here at a plus 60 and nothing really good here. Okay, I do know we're going to be using this one. That's an easy plus 20. And this one's not bad. You know, it's not great either. Again, it all depends on whether or not you want to stay away from, let's see, if we do, let's see, we could do this and do an additional and go here and get to 266 with no risk. Or we could go, I don't want to go medium risk, which is what that would be. It would put us up to medium risk. All right, so plus 60 is hard to pass up. And I could go here, 266. I think what I'm going to do is go here with the low risk of 276 overall. So that is a nice increase, and we'll see. You know, it would be, I would hate to waste 1.3 million on a part that gets banned, but at this particular point in time, let's have some fun with this thing. I mean, you know, what use is playing a game if you can't have any fun with it? So let's go ahead. We've got low risk. We'll take our chances and go ahead and build this part. Okay. All right. And with that in mind, we are ready to set up our sponsor for the next race. And again, same thing here. Nothing's changed there. Let's see about our part fitting. I think we're going to be good here as well. We're going to have some nice parts. And all right, with that in mind, I believe we're ready to head to the racetrack. So our practice session has just finished, and it threw us a little bit of a curveball because it rained very hard for the first probably third of the practice session or so. And then we got a chance to get out on the dry weather tires. So that's why our bonus here isn't quite as high as it normally would be for the soft tires, or in this case, the super softs. This race is a 13-lap race, and we can run 6 laps, normal conditions on fuel. So I can make it on one stop, and that is the strategy I'm going to use with Rodriguez. Okay, and of course that assumes that, you know, that hopefully we don't get any safety cars, any wrecks, you know, nothing like that. But in looking at what we want to do for this particular strategy, I'm going to take a little bit quicker on the pit stop since I'm only making one. Maybe this can pick me up a couple of 3 seconds that way. And then tires are generally wearing pretty good here, so I'm going to use a mod for that to have them wear a little bit softly so I can keep up my lap times a little bit longer. Otherwise, a traditional approach for Sergio, he's going for pure speed. Now you can see here immediately setups look pretty good. Take a quick look at Sergio, and we're at 98%, and of course no reason for me to do anything there. We're going to go on the super softs and full of fuel there. Not quite as good. We're at 95%, but still very good for Rodriguez. Same thing, super soft tires and full of fuel. So the difference will come in with the strategy. We want to have Sergio go ahead and push. Okay, not quite max here because I do want to get to make sure that I get a little clean air for at least one lap for him. But our driving style, we're going to go ahead and push here, and we're going to go low. And the reason why I'm pushing when I'm trying to get the tires to last a little longer is because in using the lower engine mode, I find that sometimes it means that the tires don't get heated up, and I want to make sure the tires heat up. All right, and if it turns out that we're running a little bit too hot, or if that even starts to become an issue, then I'll definitely back off of this because this is all about fuel burn. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and move on to the race. So we're going to be starting at the back. Keep in mind, if you're not familiar with this series, the Tier 3 series does not have qualifying, and you start in reverse order based on points. So we are first and third in points, which means that we end up where we are on the grid. Okay, with that in mind, let's go ahead and turn everything up to the highest fast forward speed. All right, we're at 17th and 18th right now. Let's keep an eye on the tire temperatures. Okay, now we're up to 16th and 17th. And that's okay. Feel free to move up as much as you want. Just don't mess up the strategy for Rodriguez on the fuel. All right, so far so good. Now we're back to 18th and 20th. So we had a nice little run there. The only one I'm really concerned with moving up much of any would be Sergio because of the strategy that I'm using for him. Now, of course, he's going to be the first one that will come in to pit. So far, tire heat looks like it's actually a little bit low. Now, I don't want to increase to the most aggressive strategy here, attack, because that will greatly increase the likelihood of a flat spot, and flat spots take a lot of the tire percentage out for as far as wear goes. And I'm not interested in that at all. I need the tires to last as long as the fuel. Let's go ahead and spin this thing around so we'll get a little bit better view when it's pit stop time. All right, so still 18th and 20th. Again, the biggest time where we make up all of our positions is really in that clean air once pit stops start. And we're on lap 4 now. We'll see if they start this time by. I'll be keeping an eye up here on the mini map, and here they come. So everybody's coming in. This will give us a chance to move up to first and second. Okay, now the reason I pause it here is because now we've got our one free lap out here, and what I mean by free is free air. We've got clean air. We've got nothing around us. So I'm going to go ahead and have Sergio attack and make as much of this as he can. Now, the danger here is that he could wreck. Okay, that's the danger of doing this. But we're going to take that chance. We're going to go for it here. He's going for speed, and unfortunately, it doesn't look like his additional speed is much more than Rodriguez, or at least, let's see, he's starting to stretch it out a little bit more now. Okay, now let's go ahead and set up his pit stop. Fuel options, go ahead and max that out. Part condition, everything looks to be pretty good there. Let's go ahead and just take some chances here. Fast pit stops. Again, you can see how much time that we could possibly jump. We were 18th when everybody started pitting. Now we could come out in the top 10 if things go well for us. So clean air is a beautiful thing. All right, so now he's going to come in for his pit stop. Let's see if he can come out in decent position. he is going to come out and it looks like in 9th position. Okay, good. All right, now we're going to attempt to run 7 laps. So 1 additional lap with Rodriguez. And you can see this is going to be close. Okay, I think we're in good shape here. We're at 0.84, which is not good, but we're conserving all the fuel we can. Okay, with that in mind, let's go ahead and set up our pit stop. Okay, we're going to fill him full of fuel, and we won't need to stretch any at all for this last stint. And again, we're going to, because of our bonus, our fast pit stop should bring us out just around the same spot as Sergio. Let's hope we got enough fuel to make it back around. That's going to be the key. Okay, let's go ahead and move back a little bit for Sergio. We don't need him to push all of the time. All right, so we're down to 0.3 on the fuel. I'm continually watching this. 0.19. Okay, and we made it. All right, we made it. That way now we can move this up. We only need 6 laps. And I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to make this by no longer having to save fuel. All right, so we're in. Okay, we're going to go back to. Okay, we'll come out just in front of Sergio. All right, let's see what we've got. All right, we've got more pit stops that'll be happening. Looks like in 7th position that we just passed will be coming in. Okay, right now it's showing excess fuel. I'm not sold on that just yet. All right, and now we move up to 1st and 4th because of pit stops. Okay, at this point, we're going to go ahead and have Sergio go all out because we're not going to have enough fuel without backing off some, that is. We're not going to have enough fuel to make another lap. So let's go ahead and have him push and, in fact, attack. And see if he can move up. Now he is up to, well, he was up to 3rd momentarily. Okay, let's go ahead and set up his pit stop. And we're going to go ahead and let's go ahead and fill him full up so that we can max out his attacking. All right, everything looks like we're going to be okay there. Continue to run fast pit stops, hopefully. And this shows he'll come out around the same area as he did before, which is the top 10. Okay, let's see what he's got. He's not making up any time. It doesn't look like, oh, wow, they're right at the last second. Okay, so he comes in. Now, we're going to back this off a little bit so when he comes out. Okay, now Rodriguez is out in the lead. Okay, fuel looks good, and he is in clean air. That is by far the most important thing. So now we're running 1st and 6th. Okay, his tire heat looks good. Okay, so we got 3 laps remaining. Okay, so we're right on the edge of making it, so I do not go. That's where this excess fuel thing can be very misleading because that really doesn't make a whole lot of sense whenever you think about it, that it would be showing as excess fuel. Yeah, it's a little bit excess, but not enough, I don't think, to really move up how much fuel we're using. All right, we're down to 2 laps remaining, and we've got a commanding lead. If you look on the side over here, at the mini map, we've got Sergio is in 5th, and he is doing great. Tire heat also looking great for him. And he is pushing as hard as he possibly can. I don't think he's going to be able to get to 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, which are, again, to the mini map, are running all together. But he is holding a commanding lead over 6th and 7th. Now, we're on the final lap with Rodriguez, and everything looks to be smooth sailing here. We're going to have plenty of fuel. Okay, we're at 7.37. So, yeah, there was no way we had enough fuel to really increase that very much. And we come home with the easy victory there. Now we've got Sergio, and he'll be coming home in 5th. So another great performance from the team. Wow, the strategy of really working the fuel for that first stint paid off big. And that paid off huge for Rodriguez as he comes home with the victory. So now, what will that do for us? Well, of course, that should have us as the first place finishing team. I'm not sure exactly who finished second through fourth. So if somebody went second and third or second and fourth, that would be close as far as the teams go. But otherwise, I think we're going to come home with another first place as far as the team standings. All right, let's go ahead and move our way through. We have a chance of losing on scrutineering. Okay, so we get by fine there. So we're in good shape. First and fifth. Okay, you can see second, third, and fourth here. None are of the same team. So we're in good shape there. We take the top place on the podium. Excellent. And now, what does this do with the Drivers' Championship? It moves us into first and second. And in first place, Rafael has a commanding lead on second position. But second, you can see here, not many points down through the top 10 here. So you have to be on your toes to finish in the top 10. On the driver side, on the team championship side of things, we now have a 39-point lead over Silver Racing. Excellent. This is the kind of finishes that I really like. And this is what I was hoping to see, because in the past we had the worst car on the grid but the best drivers, and that made it so that on occasion we did have the ability to get some podiums. And of course, we picked up a win or two here or there, particularly at this particular track where we've done great. We've owned this track, mostly because of the fuel mileage. But now that we have speed to go along with it, we were not only able to win, but we were able to win by a very healthy margin as well. So it just goes to show you that as we improve our car, really what we can do overall as a team. So we came in first as a team here. Again, we're maxed out on happiness. And then our marketability is, for all intents and purposes, maxed out as well. We're at 100% for Sergio and then 80% morale here with Rafael. And everything as far as relationship with the mechanic is basically maxed out. So we're in great shape as far as that goes. And really hard to imagine things going much better than they have over the last couple of races. So here we're going to come away making just under $1.4 million. And that allows us to continue to work on our car, assuming that it's worth the money. You know, because at this point, I'm not sure it will be for too many more development cycles. So with that in mind, thank you once again for joining me, and stay tuned for more Motorsport Manager.